What's up, YouTube? Hey, coming at you with another fragrance today. I thought today would be a good day to churn out a couple of reviews. For those of you who already took a little time and watched my review, my thoughts on Aventus, I kind of let the cat out of the bag in that particular video that the two fragrances I'd be talking about today are both iconic fragrances. Very well reviewed, very heavily reviewed, and I'm just adding my opinion, I guess, to the rest of the opinions that are already out there. I also mentioned in the last video, my Aventus video, that I've really been enjoying lately not having to analyze the fragrances so deeply. I mean, you probably noticed that I haven't been putting out a lot of videos. They've been few and far between, and it's been kind of nice because when you're wearing fragrances with the intent to review them, you're having to think too much about it. Really, what individual notes am I smelling? How long is it lasting? Am I getting compliments? What is the projection like? All of these things that it's nice not to have to worry about it, and just to honestly wear the fragrances and enjoy the fragrances. So much like I did in the Aventus review / my thoughts, I'm really not going to go into a whole lot of detail here. I'm not going to be super analytical, but let's get to it. I haven't even mentioned the fragrance yet. I'm sure you saw it in the title. We're going to be talking a little bit about Jubilation 25. Once again, iconic, well loved, very well reviewed, and just offer my thoughts on this particular fragrance. Now, this particular fragrance, before I get into what it smells like, anything like that, as far as the vibe I get from it and what I think it works really well for, same scenarios as this stuff right here, right? John Barbados Vintage, awesome stuff. This stuff smells so good, and this is the stuff that actually got me into fragrance collecting. Not that I didn't own fragrances before that or like cologne by any means, but that's what kind of got me heavy into the fragrance collecting. This is what helped me discover the YouTube fragrance community. So this stuff to me makes me think of the holidays. I know people say boozy. There's a nice rhubarb note in here, which gives it a kind of a tanginess to it, kind of a sour note. But to me, when you sum it all up, this stuff to me is what a spiced apple cider would smell like, potentially, if you made it with sour apples. There you go. Spiced apple cider with sour apples. I know I'm oversimplifying, and a lot of you are probably going to say, what? I don't get that at all. That's ridiculous. That's what it is to me. That's what I think of, and that's what's important. That's what I'm sharing with you. I think of kind of a spiced apple cider, but that tanginess, that rhubarb, to me is if we used like green apples, sour apples instead of sweet apples to make that cider, which makes this stuff great for the colder weather, great for the holidays, right? Right around Thanksgiving, right around Christmas, the holidays. So along those same lines, here you go. I'm not saying they smell the same. This does not smell like spiced apple cider to me. I'm going to oversimplify this again. To me, this is blackberry incense, or just some kind of a berry incense, right? Darker berry, not a red berry. It's a berry incense. That's it. And there's a lot more notes in here, right? But once again, if I just distill it all down and simplify it, to me, it's berry incense. And but it has, that incense, that frankincense, really gives it a holiday vibe, a Christmassy vibe, whatever. Great for that type of stuff, and I think very interchangeable with this in how I would want to wear it, when I would want to wear it. Now, of course, you'd probably want to substitute this with this, because this is a lot more affordable and still really nice stuff. But they are different. They're different, but they kind of do the same thing for me. They more or less meet the same need, fill the same purpose. So once again, blackberry incense. As we talk about performance of Jubilation 25, performs really well, actually. Lasts a very long time. I'd say I'd pretty easily, I would say pretty easily get a work day out of this if whenever I wear it. But fair disclosure, it's probably important that I help you understand how I usually wear it, how I apply my fragrances. A lot of the time what I'm doing is I'm spraying my chest, I'm spraying my neck, I'm spraying my head. And the chest, I think, really helps with longevity generally, regardless of the fragrance, and it's because it soaks into your clothes. And your clothes are going to hold on to it a little bit longer. I don't think it's going to dry down as quickly when it's soaked into your clothes. But you also have to be careful, because when something gets into your clothes, you can get a little something different from it than you would get if you were just wearing it on your skin. And so that's kind of, one of the important parts of the testing phase, if you will, or if you've gotten your hands on something that you're wearing and you're maybe not thoroughly enjoying, switch up how you're wearing it. That might be all it is. You might just need to wear less of it. You might need to spray it in different places than you've been spraying it. But for me, there are a number of fragrances I feel totally good spraying on my chest. That's probably getting me better longevity right there. This is one of them, and it smells really good. It lasts a really long time. Really enjoy it. And we've already kind of talked about, more or less when I would want to wear it, what it makes me think, that type of thing. However, I'll throw this on at times when a lot of people probably wouldn't wear it. I think some people might think of this more as just an exclusive cold weather, winter, don't really want to wear it much, throughout the year. It's like, I don't know. I don't know that I'm fully buying into that at this point. I work in an air-conditioned environment, right? I live in a home that has air conditioning. It's like I can pull off some of the colder weather fragrances other times than just when it's cold outside. Anyway, really like that stuff. Good performance. Scale of 1 to 10, 9. I'm going to give it a 9. So, share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in.